Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Golden Jubilee 2 Appearances by the Queen. So I think the Golden Jubilee, is that the thing where like they're celebrating the anniversary of like the reigning monarch? I think that's what it is. I don't know, but it seems to be like a very sort of like fancy act in the UK. But I'm excited. Let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. Oh my god, this is such a British thing. They just like say go outside the balcony and just like say hello. Everyone's waving their flags, I love it. They're chanting something? Is it that they're chanting long live the Queen? Oh my god, I love the music. Is that music in real time? Like they were listening to this? Oh my god. I'm not gonna cry, but if I were British and I were there, I would be crying. I don't know, it's very emotional. Oh, like a little Wales flag, the England flag. Oh, now the whole family appears. Oh my god, people are losing their minds. I'm surprised they're not, they're like screaming, but they're not actually singing. I would be singing. There's like so many people here. Oh my god, it looks like they're in cages. What is this? Okay, the waits are a barrier. The prince, like the husband, looks like so, like, I don't know, he looks so happy. Oh my god, they're like just in the umbrellas. I feel bad for the people that are like so far, like they can't see anything. Well, but you're there, but that's the important part. I'm wondering if they have screens like in the modern times. What's up with the what are those drums? No, it's making me want to dance. Is that in Buckingham Palace? Oh, they have to go out another... Yeah, what is that?
Decided. On a return match.
Oh, okay, they returned. I'm guessing a different balcony, probably. Like the valet has to like grab the little tassel, the curtain. It's like holding it. Where are they leaving? Do not leave. They're still there. That person was like yelling so hard. And there's no music this time? Oh. Yeah, she's like leaning over just to see like, yeah, to say hello to the ones like that are directly below. I like it. Is that like long live the Queen? I have no idea. Nice music, do not know what it is. No, this is more like a national anthem probably. So this isn't like Long Live the Queen actually. Is that the national anthem? Yeah, that's that, because people are singing it, so they know what this is. Or God Save the King? What is it? What is an English national anthem? I feel like I should know this. Oh my god, yeah, they have like a huge cardboard. I don't really like that because it's like people from the back, they're not gonna be able to see because you have like this whole thing. It's like a concert. Those people have like a great spot. Okay, yeah, this was very, like, it was very nice. I think the Golden Jubilee, that must be, I think maybe it's 25 years, 50, I don't know. There's gotta be some sort of significance to this. I think, like, do they do this, like, every year? I would guess it's, like, the Diamond, probably the Diamond Jubilee, the Golden Jubilee, the Silver Jubilee. No, that doesn't seem like it should be a thing. Or maybe it is, actually, because I'm trying to like see what kind of like other things you can actually make from a Jubilee. But I know maybe it's not every single year, and maybe it's like, yeah, well, we celebrate like the 25 and maybe like 50 or 10 or 5, 10, 25. Like it just depends. So I would love to know like what sort of like the Golden Jubilee, what was that, like 50 years, 40 years, 30 years? I think maybe it's like, I don't know, 25. No, that seems that seems not enough time. The Golden Jubilee seems like a significant amount of time. So maybe it's just 50. I don't know, but I think I have to like I have to do my research. I really do like how like I don't know, she was looking like very thankful, but I don't know if like the word is thankful. She was like very like nice, very humble. I think that's probably the word I'm looking for. She was like very thankful, very like, yes, you know, like saying like she was very nice about the whole thing. Obviously, like it could be wild. I don't know, it should be wild. Probably not for this woman who was obviously used to like, you know, from the moment you're born, like you're gonna be a queen, and you've been sort of like being trained for this since you're basically a baby. So it maybe like it's not that much big of a deal, but especially like her, that actually I think like she started like reigning when she was very young, and she like ascended to the throne when she was like super young. So it's like, yeah, besides like knowing your whole life, you're preparing your whole life for this. And then I actually ascended to the throne. I got this huge responsibility when I was like very young. So this has been my whole life. And obviously like at this point, I don't know how old she was, but at this point it was like, I would venture to say well beyond like the half of my life. It was probably like 3/4 of my life have been dedicated to this, to the people basically. So it is kind of like, it's wild in a sense that I'm thinking as a pleb, I'm thinking like as a normal person, as a rando, like that should be like, it must be crazy to just like, you're leaning on the balcony and you're just like saying hello, like you're just like coming out and you're like, waving, and people are losing their ever loving minds. Like that must be such a crazy thing. Like, I don't know, do they have therapists? Does the royal family have therapists? Because I think I would need a therapist. I think I'm like, I don't know, it's gonna be like a crazy situation. Just, you're being adored by millions of people, but I don't know, it's always this a responsibility because you kind of like owe your life to them. Like there's a sense of like, there's a sense of like, I belong to them, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like they belong to me in a way. I don't know, it's crazy, but that's sort of like a nebulous concept that I think like, okay, like you can wrap your mind around this and your head around this. But when you're actually like seeing this, because I am putting myself like in her shoes, and his as well, like the Duke, right? It was the Duke of Edinburgh, I think. Like you're putting yourself in these people's shoes, which I know that I am. It's like, okay, I'm coming out and I'm just like, waving, and there's millions of people that I do not, but they were probably in the millions. Like there was a lot of people, and they're just like adoring you and losing their minds and just like yelling and being like, oh my god. It's like, okay, that's gonna be such a crazy situation. I don't know, that would mess around with my psyche. I don't know, it would be like, you don't know me. Like, again, I get it, you're representing a figure, and they are representing like the figure of state. Like you're the queen and the consort, and yes, you guys are representing like the monarchy, and it's a more about like representation. But it's kind of crazy on both hands, because again, like I think you would feel like these people like don't really know me, and again, you make the most of what you can, like in public appearances and in all of, like your royal duties. Like you would make the most out of like, yeah, I want to show my personality, and I want to help them, and I don't know, whatever it is that they do in their official capacity and their actual sort of like job. And of course, you're gonna know a few of them, but you're never gonna know like this millions and millions of people. So it's more about like you. I don't know. You have to be well, sort of like I don't know, well represented. But what happens if you have like no charisma, for instance? Like I'm sorry, I don't have like that much charisma. People don't like me, but at the same time, like I don't know, they're sort of like adoring you, and I don't know, it's gonna be like a crazy situation. And again, like if they're adoring you technically, but you're like they don't really know me. Like few, like very few people actually out of like this whole crowd actually gets to like know me because I'm not actually meeting them in a capacity of like I can sit down and like talk to them. So it's gotta be crazy, but at the same time it's a huge responsibility to fall on your shoulders. It's like on one hand it's like they're never gonna know me, so what are they like on about? That seems crazy. But at the same time, you can't actually like outright say this because obviously you're representing something bigger than you. And it's not just about you and your personality or your behavior. You're actually representing like the whole thing. Like you're representing a monarchy, you're representing an institution that has like hundreds of years. So that itself, that's crazy. Like that's a lot of responsibility to fall on like on one person's like shoulders. So it's gotta be crazy. And I think like it must be, again, I'm thinking like there's gonna be like very nerve-wracking and a crazy experience, something abnormal to experience. I don't think normal people should actually be able to experience this. But again, maybe like it's different for them because it's like, especially her, that obviously people, because this is the royal family, we saw it, people were like losing their minds when like the princess and the princesses and the princes appeared. But they were also like, you're representing like the royal couple, like the king and was he a king? I don't think it was king, right? Like it's just the queen and the duke of the king consort. King consort, I think that was the right term. But you know, it's for both of them specifically, but especially her, obviously, because she's the head of state. So it's like, yeah, it's obviously for you. So it's gonna be crazy. I don't really know, but again, maybe I'm just thinking about this from an outsider's perspective. And she probably saw it differently because again, she was like, I've been trained for this my whole life. Like all my life, I've known like this is coming and this is something that I have to do, and I can take on the responsibility. And again, you sort of like learn to separate. And I'm wondering if that was the case. Like you learn to separate sort of like your public life, like what they're seeing, and again they're adoring like you, but it's not you, like the actual you. It's just like what you're representing, and again the monarchy itself. And there's another part of it that is just like the actual like your you know, the actual me, that people that actually, you know, people close to me actually know me, and you know, I talk to them and stuff. And obviously I'm not talking about the circle of like, oh, my circle of trust. No, I mean the people that actually like got to know her as in like in a capacity of like when she was again like doing her royal duties, because I understand like you actually have to like, they said like charities, and maybe you have to work closely with some charities and stuff. So maybe like those are the people that are actually going to get to know you in a more like in a capacity of like, hey, we're sitting down and having a conversation. So I think like, again, you have to like separate this, but it's gonna be crazy to make that separation between like, yes, you know, this is like the public and they are sort of like adoring me, but in a way it's kind of like, it's not me, it's the monarchy, which I'm representing, and I have to be on my best behavior, and I can't really make any mistakes because I'm representing an institution that's like bigger than me and will be here long after I'm gone. So it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna be a crazy thing. And I think maybe those are kind of like to things that you actually do not. I know that I'm not a queen, but I know I'm not thinking about this like every time I look at them. You know, I look at the royal family or I look at things about the queen, or I'm not thinking about this, and probably they are not thinking or weren't thinking about this. But in moments like this, and you know, in specific events like this, I think it's really like, oh, you know, it really dawns on you like, oh my god, this is a crazy situation for a person to be in. And it's wild. It's like, it's really wild to see like people like losing their minds. It's like, oh my god, and they don't really need, like, they were just like, she was there for like a few minutes and that's it. And people were like, oh my god, it's crazy. Which I do appreciate the fact that she sort of like went back. And I think it was a different kind of balcony. And she went back and said like, you know, she was like saying hello to them, waving them. Because it doesn't really take much. It's like, really, it's how much of your time. And I know that this probably was a part of like another event and a longer event in which they probably, because I'm surprised that we didn't get to see like, I don't know, like the British Guard, the British Army, I don't know, the Royal Guards. I didn't get to see them, but maybe it's because this is a really small clip of like a larger ceremony and a longer ceremony. in which like yes, there's like moments in which probably there's there's I don't know, like there's a parade and probably like people, the royal guard like does their thing, and maybe she or they as a royal family probably like do all their things, and this is just like probably the end or something, or maybe the beginning, depending. I don't really know how it was organized. But it is kind of like, this is wild, but I do really appreciate it, the fact that she sort of like went back and was like, well, they both did it actually. I'm guessing she was calling the shots, but he was like, oh yeah, of course I'm trailing behind you. So they had to like be yes. And I really like that she was trying to like really do say, to wave hello to everyone, because I think people are going to be feeling, and they probably felt very, I don't know, like, I don't know if loved is the word, because it's like a very strong word for something, for someone that you don't really know. But I think like, it feels, you feel probably acknowledged, like it's a good thing, because again, you're head of state, and you are representing the monarchy and our monarchy, and technically you're representing like the country, which is our country. So I think it feels nice. It must be really nice for them. It must have felt like really good to be able to, again, to be acknowledged by the queen and by the king consort, like in this particular way. Like it must have been like really, really nice. And again, I would actually, besides that, I think it was very like, again, I was like, I'm not a British person, and still the whole thing of like she like waving and all the music, and all the people chanting, like it's very emotional. It's like I think I would be crying. It's like I would maybe like very proud of like, wow, yeah, I love to be British, like yes, this is very like it's a sense of pride to me. I would guess like in days like this, like you really would feel it. It's like yes, I would definitely be feeling like yes, I'm so proud to be British. Like in moments like this specifically, like again, there's a sense of like, I don't know, commonality, and I don't know, like it really does tug at something sort of like deeper than your rational mind, and it really tugs at your emotions. So you're like, wow, yeah, this is like so incredibly nice that, I don't know, it's kind of designed for that. It's very patriotic, and it makes you feel like, what, I'm very proud to be British. Like, so those hopefully they have it like every year, because it's like you maybe you need like one day a year in which you actually do feel very patriotic and very proud of being like where you are. So yeah, maybe the Golden Jubilee, it's actually every year, and it's not what I was thinking of, like, oh, maybe they have like a Silver Jubilee or something sort of like name Jubilee, and they do this every year. Have no idea, but yeah, maybe they do need to have this every year, just again to get the sense of like the actual monarchy and the head of state are acknowledging you. And also it's just like a whole ceremony in which we all are feeling very proud to be British. And again, it's a very nice ceremony. Like it probably, because again, I'm pretty sure this is a longer ceremony, and I would love to actually, again, I'm not British, but I would love to visit just in a moment like this and go to one of these ceremonies, because I think it would be like very like, well, how exciting that you're seeing all the royal guards and again the monarchy and stuff, and people being like very excited all around you. I think it's very contagious, and I think you would just like, yeah, I would feel like part of them just for one afternoon. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.